For those interested in the medical field, I have a question for you. Have you ever been able to volunteer in an environment strictly dedicated to that? The Department of Veteran Affairs is open to showing young adults about the different aspects of healthcare dedicated to veterans. The purpose of this speech is to inform people on the volunteer services at the VA. First, we will cover the age range, then we will examine the variety. Finally, we will discuss the experience. The VA encourages teenagers from the age of 14 to 17 and adults from 18 and beyond. The younger children are responsible for completing simple tasks. The children can start volunteering in May and end in August. The volunteers can also select the days they want to volunteer, and they are given a meal ticket for volunteering over 6 hours in a day. Since my father was an employee at the VA, I was there from 7 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. I rarely used my meal ticket because I went to lunch with my father, and sometimes he took me to breakfast. At the end of the summer, the volunteers joined together to celebrate each other. There are different milestones a volunteer can surpass, including the amount of hours you volunteer. The celebration goes on to commend each volunteer of their dedication and their hard work over the summer. Now we will move on to discussing the variety. The VA has a multitude of buildings or departments that allow volunteers in. Building 17 is dedicated for voluntary services, and they decide where people can volunteer. People can volunteer anywhere from prosthetics, blind rehab, or all of the nursing facilities. Each building has different uses than another because they all serve a different purpose. Every place gives you a chance to closely interact with patients, but help them in a different way. In the blind rehabilitation, you are able to help patients create any items from leather, construct a project out of wood, or complete a copper painting. Prosthetics allow you to see the different accessories wounded veterans get to use. Finally, we will get into the experience. Volunteering at the VA is definitely a different experience. You are able to connect with patients or gain insight on a potential career or develop new relationships or friendships. The patients are very welcoming and helpful because they enjoy the company of the volunteers, and they are also looking to share their war stories. It allows you to see the real version of patient-nurse interaction and gives you first-hand experiences. People get to see how teamwork, communication, and organization come into play at the workplace. When I was 14 years old, I began volunteering at the VA in the blind rehab. I met people who were 100% blind and some that were just legally blind. Those who were 100% blind had to work harder than those who weren't, and they never backed down to a challenge. The next summer, I was volunteering in podiatry. Since podiatry is my future profession, I was ecstatic to be there. I received insight on the position, and the podiatry clinic has become a family to me, especially the chief. In conclusion, the VA is a wonderful place to volunteer at. You are able to join at a young age, explore the variety of the departments in the hospital, and gain an unforgettable experience. Do you think you can volunteer at the VA?